very good morning to those of you joining us for this final day of the Men's T20 National Championships. We've got a semi-final for you today. Ontario is still waiting to play a game, but on this ground, Alberta, they're going head-to-head against British Columbia. We've had a lot of rain yesterday. The entire day was a washout. The grounds are still very wet today as well, but we've been lucky to get a game on this ground. Alberta, they won the toss and they chose to field. British Columbia, they've had a quiet start. 5 runs on the board for them for no wickets. We've just finished the first over. If you're just joining us, we're coming to you live from King City, Ontario. This is Manali Patel, and I'll be taking you through the rest of the game. The story for this week has been a lot of rain. We've had consistent rain throughout 4 days of this tournament. The first day, the last 2 games were washed out. We had some rain on the second day as well. Third day was a beautiful day, and then yesterday, unfortunately, we just couldn't get any games in whatsoever. We're going to start with our second over, though. Sohi into the attack. Starts with a bouncer, and he's going to go for 4 runs. Aaron Johnson pulls that quite comfortably past the fielder at fine leg.
4 leg bite. 4 leg bite.
I thought he got his glove on it. Looks like no. Just been signaled leg buys. Might have been a shoulder. I thought he might have got some gloves on that, but regardless, it's still 4 runs towards British Columbia's total. The 2 batsmen out in the middle, Aaron Johnson and Pargat Singh. Ishrajat Sohi is continuing the second over, coming from the north end. Johnson pushes that down the ground for a dot ball. The first over to Jinder Singh. He bowled from the pavilion end. Just the 5 runs coming off of it. It's been a tidy start from Alberta. Again, the game was supposed to start at 9:30. Didn't start until 10:15. We haven't seen any overs reduced, though. We're still going to get the allocated 20 in each innings. Again, just 2 games on this ground today, so we do have a bit of extra time. This is the first semi-final. The second semi-final looks... The second semi-final looks like it may not happen. Quebec was supposed to take on Ontario, but that ground is very waterlogged. The pitch is extremely wet. Not the safest of playing conditions to have a game there. We do have another game, though. Nova Scotia, Newfoundland. They are playing on ground D. Nova Scotia, they're in with the bat, 59 for 4 after 12 on that ground. Dug in short again, playing a miss, and this is some good aggression from Sohi. Of course, it's a must-win for both of these sides if they're to get into the final. We'll have to see which team comes out on top. Finish with another short delivery. That's going to be the end of the over. 9 for no loss at the end of 2. Johnson being a little patient out there. He's faced 8 deliveries, 2 runs for him. Pargat Singh 3 off 4. Going to see Tajinder Singh continue the attack. Coming in from the north end. That's the end of the over now.
No, it wasn't even.
Because you were a lot of cricket packed in this summer. A lot of tournaments, a lot of games. We just had the women's nationals finish on Sunday. And then we started the men's nationals, which are to be completed today. Global T20 also starts right after this. Followed by the under-19 World Cup qualifiers. Sorry, it's going to be played at King City and Toronto Cricket and Curling Club. That's coming up in August, and then in September we've got the women's America's qualifiers, followed by the men's America's qualifiers. Those to be held in the US and Bermuda. But a lot of cricket this summer. It's cut away. Should run away to the boundary. There we go, umpire signaling 4 runs. Shorter delivery on the first ball this time around. Pargat saying he's ready for it. Cuts it away past the fielder at point. Singh pushes that down the ground. He'll pick up another single. We haven't seen too many big totals in this tournament. Just a couple of games passing that 150 mark. Most of them, they've been around 130, 140. Be interesting to see how much BC can get on the board. They'll need a start from the 2 batsmen in the middle, though. Aaron Johnson, he's part of the national setup. Had a very good men's nationals last year. That's where he was picked up. Made a good impression for himself, and he's now part of the Canadian setup. He's part of the qualifiers recently. Walking down the pitch. He picks up 4 runs, Pargat Singh. Fine edge just past the keeper. Also beating the fielder at fine leg. He's showing some aggression, Singh not willing to wait around for too long. These 2 sides are the stronger of all the sides that we've seen here. So you'd expect a good game today. And you know you're going to need quite a few runs on the board for it to be comfortable for British Columbia. Pulled away again. Just going to be the 1 run. That's the end of the over. 20 for no loss after 3. Tajinder Singh, he's going to continue the attack, coming in for his 3rd over. We are still in the power play overs. Correction, Sohi into the attack. To pick up a single, Pargat Singh. He's looking good out there. I think par score at least 150 runs on the board. Then again, we've seen some fantastic low-scoring contests this week. PEI Manitoba, the game that went into the super over, PEI only managed 107 for 7. And they managed to keep Manitoba down for most of that 20 overs, brought them into super over.
That's true. Thanks. One for good luck. One for good luck.
It's pulled, and that's a fantastic catch out in the deep. Fine leg, running around, taking it well over his head. British Columbia, they lose their first wicket. And it was a man that was looking good. Pargat Singh, he decided to take on a short ball from Ishwarjeet Sohi. Got it high up in the air, just didn't have the distance. And a fantastic catch out in the deep by fine leg. Picks up a wicket. British Columbia 22 for 1. Pargat Singh, he's going to have to walk back for 14 today. 14 off 11 deliveries. And so he picks up the first wicket for his side.
Number 4, right? Yeah. He's not playing though.
Wait, what?
Number 4 isn't playing.
You're looking at Alberta, right?
What's the number on the shirt? That's DC. What's one number in the shirt? 84.
84, right there. Dilpreet Singh Bajwa. The new man out of the middle, Dilpreet Singh Bajwa, comes after the dismissal of Pargat Singh. Sohi to continue the attack. 3 deliveries to come in the over. Cuts it away. First ball.
First ball, dot ball, right? Yeah, dot ball for the first ball.
Fantastic catch to dismiss Pargat Singh. Fine leg, ran quite a distance. The ball was traveling. Judged it very well, taking it high over his head. Calling for 2 runs. Dilpreet Singh, he's off the mark. Picks up 2 runs. Pulled that well into the leg side. This is a different bowling attack that we're seeing today. We haven't seen as many short deliveries from many of the teams. Look to pitch it up. But Alberta, they've been on the attack. They're pacers. They're digging it in short, making sure that the batsmen are on the back foot. Try and beat them with some pace and bounce.
And the over? And the over? 4 runs in the over?
24 for 1 at the end of 4. Going to see a bowling change. Gurpal Sidhu, he comes into the attack. Bowling in from the pavilion end. It's been a very good start for Alberta with the ball. British Columbia, they're going at 6 runs and over. Still early days. Just 4 overs in. We've still got 2 overs in the power play. Third man and square leg, the men in the deep. Gonna start with a dot ball. Back of a length delivery, and it's going to be another dot ball. Aaron Johnson, he's now on 12 deliveries that he's faced for his 4. It's been quiet out there. Pargat Singh, his opening partner, was the aggressor of the 2. Fortunately for him, though, he's back in the pavilion. It'll be interesting to see what role Johnson takes on today, whether he continues to be the aggressor or whether he tries to get to the deep. That's a full toss. It's been pulled well over the tent of the scorers. It's going to be 6 runs. There's a big shot over cow corner. A loose delivery from Gurpal Sidhu. Slow full toss. And Aaron Johnson, this has relieved some pressure from him. He's now 10 off 13. They're going to have to try and keep the pressure on. Alberta can't afford to give any loose deliveries, especially when you're trying to build some pressure on a batsman like Aaron Johnson. He's faced a lot of dot balls. Just release the pressure. Better delivery. It's pushed down the ground. Aaron Johnson, he's off the mark. Cut away. Well in front of the fielder at point. It's not going to run away to the boundary. The ground is extremely wet this morning. But they pick up 3 runs. It's a cracking shot from Dilpreet Singh. Gurpal Sidhu, I just don't think he's looked very comfortable in this over. He struggled to find his line and length. Smashed for 6 runs. A couple of deliveries before this. Aaron Johnson taking on a low full toss from him. Finish with a dot ball. 34 for 1 at the end of 5. Got 1 over to come. 1 over to come in this power play. The captain takes the ball. Kanwar Maan is going to come into the attack from the north end. He's gone high up in the air. It's going to go for 4 runs. Well over the fielders. On the offside, we've got no one in the deep and the covers. Everyone is in the circle on the offside and is picked up beautifully that shot. Dilpreet Singh just going up and over the fielders. Kanwar Mann starts with 4 off the first bat of his first ball. He's been sent back. Singh, Aaron Johnson says no, that is not a single. Chipping down the ground, similar shot up and over the fielder. It covers. It's going to be another 4 runs. This is good batting from Dilpreet Singh. Now going to see a field change. The cover fielder dropping to the boundary. Seen 2 boundaries in the cover region. Better delivery, and they pick up a single. Good cricket from BC. British Columbia, they haven't played as many games as some of the other provinces. Their final game on the first day was a washout against Ontario. And then the games that they were to play yesterday as well washed out. Short delivery. It's pushed into the offside. It's going to be a dot ball to end the over. 43 for 1 at the end of 6. .43 for 1 BC. It's the end of the power play. Decent start for British Columbia. They're currently going at 7.17 runs and over. Projected score 143. Dilpreet Singh, he's looked good out there. 14 off of 8 for him. Sidhu has been taken off. We're going to see a bowler change. Gurpal Singh Sidhu. It's the same bowler. Yeah. Correction, Sidhu is continuing with his second over. He struggled to find line and length in his first. Went for 10 runs. Pushed into the offside uppishly, and Aaron Johnson will pick up another single. Be interesting to see at what point the 2 batsmen in the middle start to have an aggressive approach to their batting, especially when it comes to running in between the wickets. I think we might have an injury here. Aaron Johnson, he's hobbling. Took a quick single, tried to take a quick single just now, and he looks like he's pulled up a muscle giving it a stretch, just calling for a physio.
Want the cold water or do you want the warm one?
Gonna take a short break while Aaron Johnson tries to figure his injury out. He doesn't look all that great out there, unfortunately. He looks like he's struggling with his leg.
If it's you.
like we're going to be back with the action.
1 minute delay.
Aaron Johnson going for a quick single, and he pulled something. Not quite sure what the injury is or what the extent is, but he's decided that he's going to stay on. BC, British Columbia, 46 for 1 after 6.3 overs.
Thank you. 6 minutes.
6-minute delay, just getting confirmation from the umpires. That's pushed into the slips region. It's going to be a dot ball. He's looked very slow and tentative, Aaron Johnson. He's faced 18 deliveries, just the 12 runs coming off of it. With the injury that he now has, we'd have to assume that he may not be able to rotate the strike as fast as BC would like. So we'd have to now wonder what the game plan is for British Columbia and Aaron Johnson. Is he to be the aggressor out there? Or is he going to be able to take the quick singles and doubles, rotate the strike? 46 for 1 at the end of 7. It's been a tidy over from Gurpal Sidhu, just the 3 runs coming off of it.
Not Johnson. Okay.
You bowler shirt number 21. You bowler shirt number 21. Gurinder.
Thank you, sir.
Gurinder Tandi, he's into the attack. You see some spin from the north end. Dilpreet Singh, he's on strike. He's looked good. 16 runs off 10 deliveries for him. He's looked a lot more comfortable than his partner Johnson. Good to get an update on the ground behind us. Ontario, they were supposed to take on Quebec this morning for the second semi-final. Unfortunately, the pitch is just too wet to have a start. They've got an inspection coming up soon. We'll keep you posted on that. Chipping down the wicket. Oh, and Johnson, he is hobbling across. He just doesn't look comfortable out there. I'm surprised he's decided to stay out there. At which point you would wonder if he should just be the aggressor, try and get a few big hits. Played high down the ground, long off, collects it on the bounce. He's off the mark again, Aaron Johnson, but he just doesn't look comfortable. He looks like he's in a lot of pain out there. That's swept fine. It should be 2 runs, but they just can't push these runs with a hobbling Johnson out there. This is going to cost BC some much needed runs on the board. We'll have to see what their game plan ends up being. Not sure if anyone sent a message out from the team. It's pulled away. Again, it's just going to be the single. There is a fielder out of the deep, square leg on the boundary. gone high up in the air. And a very good catch by deep cover. He ran quite a distance to take that catch. And unfortunately for British Columbia, they lose a set batsman in Dilpreet Singh. He was looking good out there. Just didn't get the distance on that occasion. He walks back for 18 off 14 deliveries. British Columbia 50 for 2. And Gurinder Tandi, he gets his first wicket.
Catcher shirt number 17. Shirt number 17.
Ravinder Pal Singh, the new man out in the middle. I've got 2 batsmen out there, part of the national setup. Can hit a long ball, Ravinder Pal Singh. 50 for 2, projected score just 125.
Score is 50, right?
We're 2 overs away from the halfway mark. We'll have to see how the next few go, whether British Columbia can get themselves into a position with wickets in hand to try and attack the ball. You'd think if they can get to the 16th over with just 2 or 3 wickets down, they're in a good position.
New bowler, shirt number 06. Shirt number 06.
Rahul Vashishta, he's going to take the ball coming in from the pavilion end. Got deep cover, deep square leg, deep mid wicket, and long on. Third man and fine leg, they're in the circle. Aaron Johnson pushes that into the offside, hobbles across again for a single.
Ravinder Pal Singh running there, right?
Yes. Starts with a single, Ravinder Pal Singh. He's off the mark. Picks up a single. Aaron Johnson, he's not finding his groove. Picks up yet another dot ball. 16 off 25 for him. He's just hit the 1-6. Can't beat the man at extra cover. It's 2 dot balls. It's gone high up in the air, calls for catch it. It should drop well short, and it does. Long on and long off, both giving chase. It just went really high. Aaron Johnson, he picks up a single off the last delivery of the over. 53 for 2 at the end of 9. We now have an interesting situation for British Columbia. I'm not sure what Aaron Johnson's plan is going to be out there, but he is struggling. A quick update for you. Nova Scotia and Newfoundland. Nova Scotia 123 for 7 at the end of their 20. They've done decent, put up 123 runs on the board. We'll have to see how Newfoundland goes with their chase. That's a fantastic catch. What a dismissal. The misery ends for Aaron Johnson. Struck that hard, and a diving catch by the fielder at cover.
Shirt number 28.
This is probably good news for British Columbia. Aaron Johnson was really struggling out there. Alberta, they pick up the third wicket. British Columbia 53 for 3. Aaron Johnson, he has to walk back. Just 16 runs from him today off 28 deliveries. They've done well, Alberta. They've had a very good start with the bad British Columbia, but they're now starting to lose their way. Mansab Gill is the new man out in the middle. He joins Ravindra Pal Singh. We've got two fairly new batters out there. Singh, he's just faced the 2 deliveries. This is a good start with the ball for Alberta. Put the pressure on British Columbia. Dundee starts well. It's going to be a dot ball. A quick update on the Ontario-Quebec front. We're still waiting for a start time on that ground. It's pushed into the offside. He's off the mark. Gill picks up a single. Again, Ontario-Quebec, they were supposed to start this morning. That was supposed to be the second semi-final. The pitch is just a little too wet to have a start yet. We're waiting on an anticipated start time. I believe there's going to be another inspection in about half an hour. We'll keep you posted on that front, though. Good bowling by Thundy. Singh surprised by the extra bounce. It's a big appeal from the bowler, Thundy. The umpire not interested. We're going to finish with what should be a leg by, just waiting for signal. There we go. There it is. We're at the halfway mark. British Columbia 54 for 3. It's going to be a quick drinks break. Oh no, I think the umpires have decided we're going to play on. We did have a 6-minute break in the middle when Aaron Johnson went down. I think the players are quite refreshed from that break still. I'm going to continue the action for you. Kanwar Mann, he's into the attack. He's coming in from the pavilion end. He starts with a dot ball. British Columbia, unfortunately, they have just really slowed down out in the middle. Playing quite defensively. 3 wickets down. Projected score is just 108. It's played fine. Third man giving it chase. They'll pick up 2 runs. Singh picks up 2 runs to his name. He's now faced 8 deliveries, just 3 runs to his name. Looking to guide that past the fielder at point. He misses the ball. Singh, it's going to be another dot ball. Just got the 1 delivery to come in the over. It's been a very tidy over from Kanwar Man so far. Just 2 runs coming off of it. And we're going to end with a dot ball. 57 for 3 at the end of 11.
2 runs in the over. $120 from 150 to 120.
Projected score currently 104. This is shocking batting from BC out in the middle. It's just been too many dot balls. Of course, it's a T20 tournament. If you can't hit the long one, at least try and rotate the strike. Try and look to hit the gaps. 11 deliveries to Ravinder Pal Singh, just the 3 runs. Mansab Gill, 2 deliveries for him. That's a big shout. And the umpire says not out. We're not at the best of angles here, but that ball struck Gill on the back pad. We'll have to see just how straight that delivery might have been. Cut it away. Beats the fielder at point. Better running. They pick up 2 quick runs. They're going to need some more of this, British Columbia. It's going to be another dot ball. Another 2 runs played into the leg side. Just the 3 fielders on the leg side, square leg, cow corner, and long on. This is better from Gill out in the middle. He's tried to rotate the strike very well. Picked his gaps. Ravinder Pal Singh, though, on the other side. He's now 11 off 3. Calls for catch it. It's going to drop short of the fielder at cow corner. He makes it look very difficult fielding that ball. Losing his footing, losing his balance. He's allowed for an additional single. That's going to be the end of the over. 64 for 3 after 12. The skipper, Kanwarman, he's going to continue his third over. He's gone for 11 runs off his first two. Unfortunately for British Columbia, Pargat Singh tried to give them a good start at the top of the order. Fell early, just managing 14. That's driven down the ground. Gill, he'll pick up a single. We're 12 overs in. You'd think we need to try and get to the 16th. Maybe then British Columbia will try and be a little more aggressive. That's going to be another wicket for British Columbia. Ravinder Pal Singh, his misery comes to an end. He is bold. And Kanwar Man, he picks up a wicket. Does a job with the ball for his side. Singh walks back for just 5 runs off 13 deliveries. He just never looked like he was going anywhere out there. British Columbia, they lose their fourth, 65 for 4 after 12.2. Bhupinder Singh, he joins the middle after the dismissal of Ravinder Pal Singh, who really struggled out there. Unfortunately, quite a few batsmen out there have struggled for BC. It's not the easiest of wickets to bat on, but then again, you know, just try and look to rotate the strike at the very least. We've seen so many deliveries just defended for dot balls. Found any momentum yet, British Columbia. Quick update, Nova Scotia taking on Newfoundland. Just waiting for the scorecard to update for that game of the second innings. Oh, that would have been tight if the throw was better. They'll pick up a single, British Columbia. Bhupinder Singh. Off the mark. Extremely tight single. He was well short of his ground. Had the throw been better, might have been another wicket for BC. Up and over. They'll pick up 2 runs. Mansab Gill, he's looked better out there. Of all the BC batters that we've seen so far, he looks to have found his groove early. Just having a chat with his partner, potentially talking about making sure they stay on top of rotating the strike. At least I hope they're talking about that. Should be another 2 runs. It's pushed past the fielder at point. No, it'll settle for the single. It's a good chase by the fielders. Third man and point. They'll keep it down to just 1 run. British Columbia 69 for 4 at the end of 13. Chatterjee. He's now into the attack. We're going to see a change in the bowling from the north end. He was decent with the ball 2 days ago. Picked up a few wickets for Alberta. We add another single to the over. Well bowled, just back of a length. Pushing it back down to the bowler, Gill. He's got a lot of space behind square on the leg side, Gill. And he targets that area. Sweeps it very fine. Third man, he'll cut it off. They'll pick up 2 runs. Smart batting by Gill, well aware of the field. There's no fine leg, just a deep square leg. Short mid-wicket. And we just see an adjustment in the field now. The fielder, short mid-wicket, he's going to drop back. Going to have a short fine leg to try and avoid the shot that we just saw. Better delivery. Chatterjee, he's looked good. 3 deliveries in. Pick up a quick single. It's a tight run. They make it through at the end. It's a good throw, and the keeper doing well to whip the bails off. 1 delivery to come in the over. Just the 4 runs coming off of it so far. Projected score, still sitting at 106. British Columbia, they're just going along at a comfortable 5.5 runs and over. No real aggression yet. It's gone straight up in the air, and it's going to be a very easy catch. Gill, unfortunately, he falls to the fielder at square leg. The pressure that Chatterjee built up over the course of the over, decent bowling, tight bowling, it's picked up the Gill wicket. He's going to have to walk back for just 12 runs, 14 deliveries he's faced. He was looking good out there. He was doing the job for British Columbia, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough. British Columbia 73 for 5. Uday Singh, he's a new man out in the middle. British Columbia, they have completely fallen apart. 73 for 5. Just haven't looked comfortable at all out there, haven't found their groove. They haven't played a lot of games either in this tournament. Part of a few washouts. Keep doing that. 73 for 5. 14 overs gone. British Columbia, they're in a little bit of trouble. Singh picks up a single, pushes that comfortably into the offside. Rahul Vasishta, he continues the attack. He's now bowling his third over. He's picked up a wicket as well. Alberta, they'll look to try and finish this quickly. A couple more wickets to really seal this innings. Make sure BC just can't accelerate. Oh, and that was driven uppishly just past the diving bowler Vasishta. Uday Singh, he's off the mark. To leading edge, calls for catch it, and a fantastic catch by the fielder at point. Singh, he goes for 4 of 6 deliveries. British Columbia, they are completely falling apart. They now lose their 6th wicket. 75 for 6. Alberta, they've really made sure they've gotten themselves in a very good position. This is very disappointing stuff out in the middle from British Columbia. Supposed to be one of the better sides in the tournament, and they just haven't shown up today. Anup Ravi, he joins the middle. Got 2 new batsmen in the middle, Ravi and Singh. Got quite a few overs to come, but now BC 6 down. The game has completely swung away from British Columbia. They've just lost steady wickets.
Who's the new batsman? What number? You got the name and you don't know the number.
You'd have to feel like 150 is well out of reach now for British Columbia. Current projected score just 101. It's flicked into the leg side. He opens his account. Anup Ravi picks up a single. 76 for 6 at the end of 15. 5 overs to come. Just not enough wickets in hand for British Columbia. Nova Scotia, Newfoundland. Newfoundland now into the attack with a bat. They require 118 runs. They're 6 for 1. Atlantic Canada, the provinces have really struggled in this tournament. All of them at the bottom of the table. Gurinder Singh Tandi, he's going to continue the attack from the north end. Chipping down the wicket. It's flicked into the leg side. Should be 2 easy runs. Oh, they decide with just the one. This is his last over. Gurinder Tandi, he's picked up 2 wickets. Just 12 runs coming off of his 3 overs. Fantastic bowling figures. Half a shout. Oh, that should have been out. The keeper, Hamza Tariq, throwing the ball back to the fielder. He's just not able to collect it. Almost another wicket for British Columbia, but they survive. Another comfortable single. There is a shout from the keeper, but the batsman, Ravi, he makes his ground easily. Sorry, Singh makes his ground easily. Half an appeal from the bowler. That was down leg and quite high. After all that excitement, it's going to be a dot ball. 2 deliveries to come in the over. It's the final over for Gurinder Tandi. I'm sure he'd love to pick up another wicket. Just can't get the ball away, Uday Singh. It's going to be the end of the over. 79 for 6, British Columbia. After 16, we've got 4 overs to come. At what point do the British Columbian batsmen try and accelerate this innings? We've just got 4 overs to come. They've lost 6 wickets though. Gurpal Singh, he comes into the attack, coming in from the pavilion end. Rahul Vashishta, he's going to wait to finish his spell. He's taken off 11 runs for him, 3 overs, and he's also picked up 2 wickets. He's looked good, Vashishta. Gurpal Sidhu. Oh, that's a big shot. It's pulled really well over the head of the fielder at deep square leg. It's going to run away for 6 runs. Just spoke about at when is it that British Columbia are to accelerate this innings, and I think we might have an answer. Anup Ravi takes the bowler on. Sidhu strikes it very well. Going to need a few of these, British Columbia. With just 85 runs on the board, they're well short of the mark they need to be. Good running. They pick up a single. Uday Singh is now on strike. He's not looked as comfortable out there. 1 run off the 5 deliveries he's faced. Looking to pull that into the leg side. Completely misses it. They'll pick up a leg by. There we go. The umpire just signaling that. Up a single, Uday Singh. It's a sunny day at King City this morning. Sun is out, a light breeze, just a few clouds in the air. Much better than what we saw yesterday. Total washout. Played into the leg side again, and it's going to be another maximum. Again, over the fielder at square leg. A better over for British Columbia. Singh, he now joins the attack. Gurpal Sidhu, he's under a little bit of pressure this over. He's gone for 2 sixes. He's yet to pick up a wicket. point, running in hard, didn't account for the spin on the ball. In the end, a comfortable single, 95 for 6 after 17. Just the 3 overs to come in this innings. British Columbia, they're still on 95, lost 6 wickets. They'll need to try and be more aggressive. They tried that in the previous over. 2 sixes coming off of it. It was an expensive over, 16 runs.
Bowler shirt number 23.
Thank you.
Tajinder Singh, he's back into the attack. Just a quick update, Ontario, Quebec, they have now taken the field. Quebec, they're in with the bat. We'll have an update for you on who won the toss on that ground. Just be the single. The fielder at fine leg is quite short. Going at 5.5 runs and over. British Columbia projected score still just 112. It's gonna be a wide. If I'm not wrong, that's going to be the first wide of this innings. It's been very tidy from Alberta. Unfortunately, they pick up their first wide. "17 runs off 2.1 overs for Tajinder Singh. He's yet to pick up a wicket. Looking to scoop that, Anup Ravi. Pick up a leg bite. He struck that really hard, Ravi. And a fantastic stop by the fielder at cover. Saved a couple of runs for his side, Alberta. Effort delivery from Tajinder Singh. Bowling a bouncer. It's just slightly wayward of the batsman. He gets glove on that. Pitched full. Very, very full. One delivery to come in the over. Anup Ravi, his 12 off 10. He's bowled with some good pace today to Jinder Singh. It's not timed very well. It should just be the 2 runs. Getting it high into the offside and deep cover. Finishing the job. British Columbia 103 for 6 at the end of 18. They've just got the 2 overs to come in their innings. They've had a very disappointing game with the bat today, British Columbia. Of course, this is a semi-final. The winner from this game goes to the finals this afternoon. Quick update on the Newfoundland game. Nova Scotia, they're in with the ball now. Newfoundland, they need another 104 off 97. 24 for 1 for them. Try and get you an update on the Ontario-Quebec game as well. It's just not... Quebec 5 for 1 after 1.5 overs. That is the second semi-final. The winner of that goes into the final this afternoon. They should be out. Oh dear. The bowlers made an absolute mess of that. Really should have just underarmed it. He could have practically just walked it over to the stumps. British Columbia, they pick up a single. They survive a run out. Ishwarjot Sohi, the bowler, is coming in for his 3rd. He's picked up 1 wicket so far, just 4 runs off of his 2.1 overs. It's a dipping full toss. There's a big shout. The umpire says not out. Sohi looks very surprised. Maybe just going down leg from the angle. Again, we're not at the best of angles where we're seated. Slower ball. Batsman did well to wait on that. Swept into the leg side. Ravi picks up another single. 14 for him now of 13 deliveries. Alberta's just got 1.3 overs to go to try and keep British Columbia down. It doesn't look like British Columbia are going to be able to get the acceleration that they need towards the end of this innings. There's a sound on that, looking to pull that, and an easy catch for the keeper. Ishwarjot Sohi, he picks up his 2nd wicket. British Columbia 105 for 7. Navjot Dosanjh, the new man, out in the middle. 1.2 overs left in this British Columbia innings. They've really struggled, British Columbia. Completely self-destructing. calls for two. This should be another wicket. Oh dear. They survive. Dosanjh picks up 2 runs. Should have been a wicket though. Keeper not getting the best of throws back. He wasn't able to collect it. They add 2 runs to their account, British Columbia. 1 delivery to come in the over. He's looked good, Ishwarjot Sohi.
2 runs. 1 run just.
That's the end of the over. 108 for 7 after 19. 1 over to come. Fantastic bowling figures for Sohi. 1 maiden, 2 wickets, and just the 8 runs off his 3 overs. He's done the job for Alberta this morning. Projected score, just 114. Unless we're able to find the boundary a few times in this over, you'd have to feel British Columbia just don't have enough runs on the board. That's pulled into the leg side. Fine leg. Does the cleanup. Final over of this innings. Gonna get an under edge, pick up another single, British Columbia. Hit down the ground, should just be the single. It's good stuff from Alberta. They've not allowed British Columbia to get on top. Gone high up in the air, calls for catch it. They've run 2. They're going to stick to just the 2 runs. British Columbia, they've been unable to find the boundary. Weren't able to get the acceleration towards the end of this innings. What happens if you consistently lose wickets, though. You just don't get the momentum. You're unable to build the partnerships. Two deliveries to come. Can they find the boundary somehow, British Columbia? Pick up a leg by. We're down to the final ball. Just 113 runs on the board. What an effort this has been from Alberta with the ball this morning. will finish the innings with a single.
115.
115 is the target that British Columbia have gotten to. 115 off 7. They struggled all the way through this batting lineup. Aaron Johnson, he opened the innings with Pargat Singh. Singh looked good, 14 off 11, and then he unfortunately fell. Aaron Johnson picked up a niggle in his leg. Still not sure the extent of that injury, but just never looked like he was going anywhere. 16 for him off 28. Dilpreet Singh, 18 off 14. Ravinder Pal Singh again struggling with the bat, just 5 for him. Gill, 12 off 14. Bhupinder Singh, 4 off 6. And Uday Bhagwan and Arup Ravi chipped in with a few runs towards the end. The bowling was very tight from everyone on this Alberta side. They bowled just the one wide. Very good effort with the ball. Tajinder Singh, Ishwarjot Sohi and Ridham Chatterjee each picking up a wicket. Gutinder Tandi picks up 2, 14 runs coming off of his 4 overs, and Rahul Vashishta 2 to him as well. 11 runs off his 3 overs. The target for British Columbia, they're going to need 118 runs when they come back. They're going to have to bowl extremely well if they've got any chance of making it into the final. A quick update for you on the Ontario-Alberta front. Ontario-Quebec front, I should say. Ontario winning the toss and they chose to field. Quebec, they're 20 for 1 after 3.5 overs. And of course Nova Scotia, Newfoundland going on as well. Newfoundland 34 for 1. They still need 90 more runs off 78 deliveries. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with you for the chase. back to the chase. We've got British Columbia, Alberta for you. What a start this was for British Columbia. They completely fell apart with the bat today. They managed just 115 runs. Alberta, they need 116 to win the semi-final and to move on into the final. We'll have to see how British Columbia go with the ball. And credit to Alberta. Their bowlers were on the mark. Just the one wide bowled in the entire innings. Very tidy stuff. Line and length was great. The fielding was fantastic. They took their catches. A couple of missed opportunities and run-outs, but nonetheless, they did very well in their first innings, Alberta. The two batters out in the middle, Ishwarjeet Sohi and Jagandeep Singh. We've seen a change in the opening pair. This is an interesting tactic from the manager of Alberta. The manager and coach, he's always on his feet, always supporting his team, whatever they need. We've seen Alberta struggle with the bat up at the top. Their openers, they've not had the best of runs in this tournament. Potentially this change is to try and counter some of that pressure that the openers have put on the rest of the batting lineup. It's a small target, just 116 runs. The second semi-final, Quebec, Ontario. Quebec have now moved on to 40 off of 1. 6 overs gone in that game. We are going to see the full 20 being played. There's a delayed start on that ground. Lot of rain yesterday. Unfortunately, it was a puddle out of King City. All of the games yesterday were washed out. Kaleem Sana, the man in the attack with the ball for British Columbia. He's going to come in from the pavilion end. And the two players in the deep for the power play, third man and fine leg. They're on the rope. We've also got the one slip in place. Backward point. Cover, extra cover. Mid off, mid on, mid wicket.
Stay right here, okay? That the umpire make mistake just nothing.
Here we go. First delivery. Pitched up delivery. It's driven beautifully. They pick up 4 runs. This is a fantastic start from Alberta. It's driven past the fielder at mid-wicket and timed to perfection. Jagandeep Singh, he opens his account with a boundary. And the bowler under some pressure, Kaleem Sana. 4 runs coming off of his first delivery. Just having a chat with the bowler about something. The umpire just warning the bowler, cannot put spin on the ball. These are post-COVID rules. We've now seen 2 games in this tournament. 2 bowlers have been caught for putting spit on the ball, saliva on the ball. Picked up 5 penalty runs. Required a ball change. Again, these are rules that have come into place for over a year now. You would assume that the players in this tournament know that. It's pushed past the fielder of cover, and that is going to be 2 runs. Should be 3. This is good running from Alberta. Jagandeep Singh, he picks up another 3 runs to his name. Still have 3 deliveries to come in the over, 7 runs off of it so far. Ishwarjot Sohi is now going to take strike. First delivery for him. Starts with a dot ball to his name, so there really isn't any scoreboard pressure for Alberta. They just need 109 runs. Required rate 5.6. At this point, Alberta, they're the favorites to win. Swing and a miss. 1 delivery to come in the over. Finish with a dot ball. 7 for no loss at the end of the first over. It's a good start with the bat for Alberta. Jagandeep Singh, he's looked extremely well out there. 7 runs off just 3 deliveries. Picked up a boundary to his name as well. Uday Bhagwan Singh is coming in from the north end. It's cut away very, very well. Jagandeep Singh, he picks up another 4 runs. It's punched well in front of the fielder at cover. Picked it up early, Jagandeep Singh, and Alberta, they move on to 11. Both opening bowlers now going for a boundary off their first delivery. batters for BC, they just haven't put enough runs on the board for their bowlers. Made the task extremely hard. It's played down to third man. He'll pick up a single, Singh. So he is now on strike. Faced just the 3 deliveries. He's yet to open up his account. There's really no pressure for him. His partner out in the middle, Jagandeep Singh. He's looked good. Playing that straight to the fielder at backward point. Can't get off the mark yet. It's gone high up in the air. Point takes a comfortable catch. Alberta, they lose their first wicket. Ishwarjot Sohi. You'd sensed a release shot was coming. He had faced 5 deliveries, wasn't able to get off the mark. He walks back for a duck. Alberta 12 for 1. Kanwarpal Tutkur, the new man out in the middle. He joins Jagandeep Singh, who's looked very good. Alberta just losing their first wicket. 12 for 1. Still got 2 deliveries to come in the over. The equation for Alberta, they just need 104 more runs. Uday Bhagwan Singh, he started with a cracking shot, 4 runs coming off of his first delivery. He's found his groove, just picked up an important wicket for British Columbia. It's going to be the end of the over, 12 for 1 at the end of 2. Kaleem Sana is continuing the attack. Second over. time we've seen a little bit of hesitation from Jagandeep Singh. Should be a wide. Oh, the umpires, they've just given a warning, one for the over. That was well over the head of the batsman Jagandeep Singh. I'm surprised that we're not going to see a wide. Sana definitely got away there. Should have been a wide, well over the batsman's head. It's driven down the ground. Should just be 2 runs. The outfield is still very heavy. Cow Corner region has been heavy consistently throughout this whole week, and the rain yesterday just doesn't help that cause. Fantastic running from Alberta. Should just be a leg by. There we go. We see the signal. One delivery to come in the over.
You don't look at my smile, you look at this.
Get all the sugar you're holding. Kanwarpal Tatguri's phase 3 deliveries is yet to open the account. He's going to have to wait to do that for the next over. That's going to be the end of the over. 15 for 1 after 3. Alberta, they now just need 101 runs. Try and get you a quick update on Ontario, Quebec, the second semi-final. Quebec 54 for 3. 54 for 3 after 9.5 overs. They're struggling against Ontario. Pargat Singh, he's into the attack with the ball.
Hey, guys.
Hargat Singh into the attack with some spin for British Columbia. Deep Singh, he's on the mark. 14 off 9 for him. Oh, unfortunately that's gone sky high and it's dropped. Long on the fielder, he did the hard work, got there, just couldn't hold on in the end. British Columbia, they have really let themselves down in the semi-final. Just 115 runs that they managed with the bat, and now they've dropped their first catch. Things are getting from bad to worse for British Columbia. It's played into the leg side, just getting confirmation it is a leg bye. And now Kanwarpal Tatgur is going to want to try and open up his account soon. There's always that pressure on the batsman until he can pick up a single, pick up a run to his name. He's going to have to wait. Picks up another dot ball instead. He's off the mark. Kanwarpal Tatgur picks up a single, opens up his account. Alberta now only need 97 more runs.
Score is 21.
21 for 1 at the end of 4. Uday Bhagwan Singh continuing with his second over 5 runs. He's picked up one wicket. It's pushed into the offside. Should be 2 comfortable runs. There's no one out in the deep. Good delivery from Bhagwan Singh. Tatgur, big stride in, just defending it back to the bowler. lot of noise. King City's buzzing this morning. Alberta, British Columbia on this ground. Quebec, Ontario on the ground behind us. Nova Scotia, Newfoundland on ground D. And we've got the under 19 boys as well. We've got a fitness training session this morning. Putting in a lot of work, the under 19s. Coach Bukuru Dasanayake, he's out here with them 5 days a week, just giving them a break on the weekend so they could go and play their games for their clubs. We've got the under 19 World Cup qualifiers coming up in August. So a lot of work going into preparation for that tournament. It's going to go down as a dot ball. Not sure if there was any bat on that. The keeper didn't pick it up cleanly regardless. Alberta 23 for 1 after 5. They just need 93 more runs. 93 runs needed of 90 deliveries. They're going well, Alberta. They just need to make sure they stay on top of the required run rate. No need to try and complicate the situation of this chase. It's a beautiful shot, picked up. Jagandip Singh, he goes down the ground. An effortless shot down to cow corner. 4 runs to his name. Alberta's new equation, they need 89 from 89 deliveries. Pargat Singh, he's under some pressure. Trying the reverse sweep. It's a big shout. And the umpires just having a quick chat. It's going to be a dot ball. Better bowling from Pargat Singh after going for a boundary off the first delivery of his over. British Columbia, they've already dropped Jagandip Singh in the previous over. Swept into the leg side, calls for 2. Make it through quite comfortably. Not enough runs on the board. You can't afford to drop any catches, any misfields. Not sure what the holdup was from Tatgur on that occasion. He flicked it down the leg. Always going to be an easy single. Both batsmen just freezing out in the middle for a second. They run through in the end. A tight single. Alberta 31 for 1 after 6. They require just 85 more runs off 84 deliveries. Sandeep Sandhu, the new man with the ball. He's coming in from the north end. Correction, he's coming in from the pavilion end. Kanwarpal Tatgor. He struggled a little bit. 16 deliveries for just 6 runs for him. Not able to find the gaps as easily as his partner Jagandeep Singh. Start with a dot ball, Sandhu.
Did you get a first man? That first man came in for
It's cut away. Up and over the fielder at point. Pick up 2 runs, Alberta. What's that? Looking to guide that past point. Unfortunately, just manages to find the fielder, Tatgor. Slightly chilly morning at King City. There's a cold breeze. That's a big shot. It's flicked off his pads, and it's a massive 6 runs to Kanwarpal Tatgor. Sandeep Sandhu just straying down leg, missing his line by a little bit, and he is punished. And looks like Kanwarpal Tatgor, he's now starting to find his groove out in the middle. He's out. He's caught behind. Kanwarpal Tatgor just hit a big 6, and he's managed to nick one through to the keeper. He's out for 14 off 21 deliveries. Alberta, they lose their second. 39 for 2. They still require another 77 runs. Still really can't say there's any scoreboard pressure. They're going to have to try and make sure they don't lose too many wickets. The new man out in the middle, Hamza Tariq, joins Jagandeep Singh. One delivery to come in the over.
No, we have like 7, 8 of them. So he's our anchor. He's the guy who can keep on.
Sandeep Sandhu, he picks up a wicket for British Columbia. Just got hit for a massive 6, the ball before the wicket. And in reply, he's gotten the wicket of Kanwarpal Tatgor. The faintest of edges through to the keeper. That's left alone. Alberta 39 for 2 at the end of 7. The second semi-final, Quebec taking on Ontario. Quebec are falling apart as well, 67 for 7 after 13.3 overs. And you'd have to feel that Alberta and Ontario are most likely going to be in the final the way the two games are playing out. It is still early days. We'll have to see how both of the games end up finishing. Seen a lot of low scoring games in this tournament, partly due to the pitches, partly due to poor batting. Pargat Singh, he's continuing the attack, coming in with his third over. It's punched into the offside. He'll pick up a single, Singh. Bringing the new man on strike. Hamza Tariq is yet to get off the mark. Faced just the one delivery in the previous over. He's usually the opening batsman for Alberta. Got a slight change in the batting order today. He's not had the best of runs in this tournament. He's struggled with the bat, so he'll need to try and find some form for his side today. It's going to be a bye. They pick up a bye, Alberta. Now needs 76 runs off 77 deliveries. It's gone high up in the air. Mid-wicket, giving a chase. It falls short. It'll just be the one run. Jagandeep Singh needs to be the anchor out there. They've just lost another wicket, Alberta. He's batting with a new batsman. He's yet to get off the mark. He's got to be smarter with his cricket, Jagandeep Singh. Looking to guide that backward of point, Hamza Tariq. Not able to get bat on that. There is a fielder at point. It's actually just backward of point. We don't have a third man. Big shout from the bowler. Struck the pad. It's going to be the end of the over. It looks like the struggles for Hamza Tariq continue. He has really struggled with the bat in this tournament. Alberta 42 for 2 at the end of 8. start with a wide. British Columbia. They've just gifted a run to Alberta. They don't have many to gift. Alberta, they just need 74 more runs. Sandeep Sandhu continuing the attack. He's picked up 1 wicket for British Columbia. 9 runs off his first over. Going to be another wide. Jagandeep Singh really stretching his arms out, trying to get some bat on that. Jagandeep Singh, he's looking a little impatient. He's faced 3 dot balls. Have picked up 3 runs though, Alberta in wides. He's going to have to keep cool out there, Jagandeep Singh. He's on 25 off 20. Finally able to pick up a single, Jagandeep Singh. 1 delivery to come in the over for Hamza Tariq. 2. He had 1.
2 wide and 3 dot, and then 1.
That's going to be the end of the over. And Tariq is going to have to wait to get off the mark. 6 deliveries now he's faced, yet to open his account. Alberta 45 for 2 at the end of 9. They still need 71 runs, 67 deliveries, no real scoreboard pressure yet. But you'd have to feel if they keep taking on too many dot balls, they might put themselves in a situation that will complicate situations a little bit for them to get in that final. The second semi-final, Quebec, they're bowled out, unfortunately, 74 all out. Sorry, 74 for 9. Just the 16 overs on that ground. Looks like it's going to be a 16 over game on that ground. Slight delayed start because of the waterlogged field. Outfield was very wet. The pitch as well was very wet.
Thanks, Sam.
Who's the bowler?
Number 84, Dilippreet Singh Bhatt.
Big shout. big shout from the bowler. The umpire says not out. Dilpreet Bajwa, he's into the attack, coming in from the north end. Starts with a great delivery. Jagandeep Singh, he's looked good, but just starting to show a little bit of struggle out there since the previous over. This might be a tight run. The batters run through. They pick up one more run, Alberta. They need 70 more runs to finish this game. Hamza Tariq is back on strike. He's going to have to try and find a single somewhere. It's been signaled a bye. Going straight down the ground. There should be a wicket. Oh dear, British Columbia, you are just not helping your cause today. 4 runs right through the hands of long off. What a disaster this is turning out to be for British Columbia. Jagandeep Singh, he survives. He picks up 4 runs to his name. And you have to feel for the British Columbia bowlers. When catches go down, when your team doesn't support you, it's just a very terrible position to be in. Hit very hard to the fielder at extra cover. Might have picked up an injury. They pick up a single, Jagandeep Singh. And the fielder at short extra cover. He looks to be struggling. It's going to be the end of the over. 52 for 2 at the halfway mark. 10 overs gone. Alberta needs 64 from 60. We're going to take a quick drinks break. Sandeep Sandhu, he's going to continue the attack. Just take a quick drinks break. It's punched into the leg side, calls for two. They get there comfortably in the end. Three fielders converging on the leg side. Not a lot of communication between the three. It allowed for an easy second run. Jagandeep Singh, he's on 34 of 26. He has been dropped twice now. British Columbia, they've really struggled today. Bat and ball, having dropped two important catches. Get a leading edge. He's off the mark again. Jagandeep Singh, he picks up another single. 61 runs needed for Alberta. Still got 3 deliveries to come in the over. Hamza Tariq is yet to get off the mark. He's faced 9 deliveries. He struggled with the bat. Ball completely dying on him. Kept very, very low. Rolled all the way to the keeper. Walking down the pitch, Hamza Tariq trying to play that into the leg side to get off the mark. Bowler's quick. Goes down as a dot ball. Did you get the second dot ball just now? Should just be the one left in the over. One delivery to come in the over. And we finish with a dot ball. Hamza Tariq yet to get off the mark. 12 deliveries to him. 55 for 2 after 11. Alberta, they still need 61 more runs. It's a tidy over from Sandeep Sandhu. Just the 3 runs coming off of it. Dilpreet Singh into the attack. It's pulled into the leg side. They just pick up the single. Not really running the first one hard. It's a swing and a miss for Hamza Tariq. Ball number 13. Gets an edge on that. Again, another dot ball. You'd have to feel he's going to be under some sort of pressure out there, having faced 14 deliveries, yet to get off the mark. He's finally off the mark. It's played into the leg side. He'll pick up a single. Alberta, they now only need 59 more runs. There's some confusion out there. The keeper says he's been bowled. And the umpires are not sure. They're going to have a discussion, but the keeper is absolutely sure that he's been bowled, Jagandeep Singh. They've said not out. The umpires say not out, not bowled. Clearly not a stumping as well. British Columbia, they're just standing there in shock. They need to get on with the game. British Columbia, they're just not willing to accept this decision, trying to have another discussion with the leg umpire. The confusion, the bails were off when Jagandeep Singh was batting. They thought he was bowled. Not sure whether it was a keeper. Chipping down the ground. It's flicked off the pads. They pick up 2 runs. Could have very well been run out. The keeper not collecting the ball cleanly. It's going to be the end of the over. 59 for 2 after 12. Alberta, they require just 57 more runs. Sandeep Sidhu. He's going to continue the attack with the ball. Sandeep Sandhu. Coming in for his 4th over. 14 runs and 1 wicket to his name so far. Driven through the offside. Should have been 2 runs. They just didn't run the first one hard enough. Still just 56 runs needed of 47 balls, but you're starting to feel a little more tension in the air. Alberta, they're not able to find the runs nearly as easily as they would have hoped. The required rate is climbing as well. That's a big swing and a miss. It's going to be a dot ball. Required rate now over 7.15 runs and over. Going deep in his crease, Jagandeep Singh. trying to heave it into the leg side. Just not able to get any bat on that. It's going to be yet another dot ball for Alberta. Again, we'd mentioned earlier in the innings, Alberta need to try and stay ball for ball, or run for ball, I should say. Try not to leave it all for the end. Walking down the ground, Jagandeep Singh picks up a single thanks to a rare, can't really say rare misfield, thanks to a misfield from British Columbia. It's gone straight up, and this is going to be a wicket. Hamza Tariq, he has holed out. It's gone down the ground, and he just manages to find the fielder at long off. He's really struggled, really struggled in this tournament. Just the 2 runs for him off 17 deliveries. Alberta, they lose their third, 61 for 3 after 12.5. And you have to say, they're just making it a little difficult for themselves, Alberta. Gurpal Sidhu, new man out in the middle for Alberta. He joins Jagandeep Singh. Looking to drive that down the ground. Just drives it into his foot. It's going to be a dot ball and the end of the over. Alberta 61 for 3 after 13. Get you a quick update on the second semi-final. Quebec, Ontario. Ontario needs 75 runs from 93 balls. They've just lost their first wicket. Ryan Patan, he's out for 2 runs today. He's also been someone who's had serious struggles with the bat in this tournament. Unfortunately, the struggle for him continues. The the Nova Scotia contest against Newfoundland. Nova Scotia have won that game. They're the first ground to start. Pargat Singh continues the attack. This is driven really well. Should have been 2 runs. Not sure why Gurpal Sidhu said no. It was struck all the way down to the deep cover fielder. Should have been an easy double. Alberta, they now require 54 runs of 41 deliveries. That has gone high up in the air. And that's going to go down as another drop catch. British Columbia They drop a catch right on the boundary. It's gone for 6 runs. Gurpal Sidhu, he opens up his account with a 6. Not much can be said for the fielding effort of British Columbia. They've now dropped 3 catches. Chipping down the wicket. Sidhu taking on the bowler. This should be 6 runs. Well over the fielder at long on. Looking to chip down again. Just pick up the single. He's looked good, Gurpal Sidhu. It's flicked into the leg side. Jagandeep Singh, he'll pick up 2 runs. Alberta now finding their groove out in the middle, thanks to the aggression from Gurpal Sidhu. The equation, 41 runs needed off 38 deliveries. That might be a wicket, and it is. Jagandeep Singh, he's caught by the fielder at long off. 42 of 37 deliveries for him. And unfortunately for Alberta, they lose their 4th wicket, 77 for 4 at the end of 14. We'll start off with a boundary this over. Harsharan Singh, the new man out in the middle. He's in after the wicket of Jagandeep Singh. And Uday Bhawan, he continues the attack, bowling his 3rd over now. Alberta required just 35 more runs. He's looked good, Sidhu. Slapped into the offside. And I think he's just going to pick up the 1 run. After all of that, he watched. He thought the ball might go to the boundary. Gonna pick up just the 1 run. Harsharan Singh, he's now on the mark. He's going to face his first delivery. He's off the mark. Singh picks up a single. Every run being cheered by the Alberta camp. They're all hopeful and excited. Their team, they've played very well today. Want to make sure they get a spot in the final. British Columbia, they've just not helped themselves at all. We'll pick up another single. Just the 1 delivery to come in the over.
Okay, is it fight? Bhagwan started? Okay, thanks.
She's on my case about something and she sends emails.
Really? We'll pick up a single to end the over. 85 for 4 after 15. Alberta need 31 runs from just as many deliveries. Dilpreet Singh back into the attack. I'll pick up a single. He's looked good. Gurpal Sidhu, 21 runs to his name, 9 deliveries, 1 4 and 2 6s. He did well to try and relieve some of the pressure that Alberta were feeling out in the middle. That's been given. There's half a shout from the players. And Harsharan Singh, he is out. Out LBW. 2 runs off 3 deliveries for him. Alberta, they lose their 5th. Just 87 runs on the board still. They still require another 29. We're seeing some late wickets from Alberta. Gurinder Singh, Tandy, the new man out in the middle. He's following the wicket of Harsharan Singh. Alberta just making this a little difficult for themselves, having lost the 5 wickets. 87 for 5. They still need 29 more runs. Dilpreet Singh picks up his first wicket. Still got 4 deliveries to come in the over. Struck down the ground. Will pick up a single. Gurpreet Tandi, he's off the mark. Attempting a reverse sweep, completely missing the ball, Gurpal Sidhu. It's a fantastic effort from the bowler. We're going to see another wicket. Alberta, oh dear Lord. Gurinder Tandi, he is run out. It's a fantastic stop from the bowler, diving effort, and Tandi was stuck in the middle of the wicket. Alberta, 88 for 6. 16 overs gone. They still need 28 more runs off 24 deliveries. And they've really brought it down to the very end. You'd have just Alberta to blame for this mess. Should have been an easy chase from the get-go. Even got a helping hand from BC in 3 catches that were dropped. Number 28 is? Ritam Chatterjee, the new man out in the middle. Did the job with the ball for his side today. He's now required to do the job with the bat. Kalim Sana, he comes back into the attack, coming in from the pavilion end. Chatterjee, the new batsman out in the middle, he's on strike. Not sure what the hold-up is here. Just a change of gloves. Alberta, they've just lost a wicket. They could have signaled for this earlier. He's off the mark, Chatterjee. Guides that down to third man. .27 required from Alberta. Don't think anyone really anticipated this game coming down to the wire like this. Required rate still sitting at 7. Scorer has been saying super over for quite some time now. Really shouldn't come down to that.
Yeah. Make it fall like rice soup. You want to read the people and put them in for bat?
It's pushed into the offside. They'll pick up a single, Alberta. Looking to pull that Gurpal Sidhu. He's not able to time it. Pick up another dot ball. With every dot ball, this required rate is slowly climbing. Push to the fielder at point. It was a tight single in the end. They do make it. And this is going to be overthrows. Unfortunately, Chatterjee, he's run through so far past the stumps. There's no chance of him coming back. It'll just be the single. There are 3 deliveries to come in this over. Correction, 2 deliveries to come in this over. Should be 2 deliveries to come. You didn't get the single now. Did you get the single just now? Yeah. Sana to Sidhu. It's very well bowled. This is good bowling in the death from Kaleem Sana. Alberta, they still need 25 off 20. This equation is getting harder and harder for Alberta. But you'd have to feel they still have a chance with Gurpal Sidhu out there. He's looked good, 22 off 13 for him. That's a full toss. It's guided down. Deep cover. We'll do the cleanup. They'll stick to just the single. At the end of 17, Alberta 92 for 6. They still need 25 more runs from 18 deliveries. Get you a quick update on the Quebec-Ontario game as well. Ontario 22 for 3. They need 59 runs from 58 deliveries. You think that game also may come down to the wire. You'd hope it doesn't, but there are two fairly new batters out in the middle. Praveen Kumar, he's yet to get off the mark. Rizwan Chima, 7 off 11.
Break? What you guys talking about? Water break here?
Bowler shirt number 25, Uday coming back.
Uday Bhagwan Singh is into the attack again.
Should be O Bhagwan.
Coming in to finish his spell. Just 1 over left. 16 runs and 1 wicket off his first 3 overs.
Thanks, Sam.
Alberta, they still need another 24 runs. We didn't expect this game to come down this late, but it has. We're now in the 18th over. And apart from dropping the 3 catches, British Columbia, they've done well with the ball. It's a decent effort.
Next wicket. Chima.
We've got 2 very exciting semi-finals at King City. Ontario just losing another wicket. Didn't think that both of these games would come down to the wire like this. It's anyone's game at this point.
Nothing called? Nothing called it?
Sidhu looking for a wide. His ball wasn't really high enough to be a wide, but we didn't really see a signal for 1 for the over either. It's going to be a dot ball regardless. It's sliced into the offside. Sidhu, he'll pick up a single. The required rate now almost 8.5 and over. It's steadily climbing with every dot ball that Alberta faces.
I want to see a sweep.
Driven down the ground by Chatterjee. Pick up a single. Still got 4 deliveries to come in the over. Ontario, they're also in a little bit of trouble. 28 for 4. They've got 2 completely new batters out in the middle. Should be 2 runs. They settle for 1. Praveen Kumar and Harsh Tucker, they're out there in the middle for Ontario. They've both yet to get off the mark. They just lost the wicket of Rizwan Chima. Looking for a big heave into the leg side, Chatterjee. It's going to be yet another dot ball. And now the required run rate, first time It's now climbed up to 9 and over. Should have been a tight run. The fielder at third man not picking up cleanly. They run through for a single, 96 for 6 at the end of 18. Alberta, they need 20 from the final 2 overs. $96 for 6, Alberta. Equation 20 runs off 12 deliveries. Gurpal Sidhu, he's still out there. 25 of 18 for him. You'd have to think, had British Columbia not dropped the 3 catches that they did, this game would have definitely swung in their favor. Couldn't afford to drop those catches. They had a really hard time with the bat today, British Columbia, managing just 115. We would have anticipated this game to be done in the 16th, 17th over at the very least, but Alberta, they've lost wickets, just didn't quite find someone to anchor the innings. It's slapped into the leg side. Just be the 1 run. This brings Sidhu on strike. He's hit 1, 4, and 6 and 2 sixes already. He's looked good out there for most of it. Just after the loss of a couple of wickets, he's really slowed down. Long on, long off. Deep cover. Deep third man. And deep mid wicket. The player's out in the deep. It's going to be just a single. They're asking for no ball, but that was definitely not waist high. You'll have to wonder at what point Alberta realizes that dot balls are not going to win this game. Required rate now almost 11. Kaleem Sana, he's now into his 4th over. Going to be yet another dot ball. He's yet to pick up a wicket. Sana, he's bowled well. Just the 15 runs so far off his 3.5 overs. He'd love to finish with a wicket. Not just a wicket to himself, but a wicket to his side, British Columbia. This is turning out to be a very tight game in the end. 18 runs. They still need 18 runs from 8 deliveries. 9 deliveries, sorry. He's doing a good job to attack the batsman, Kaleem Sana. They run through for yet another single. Required rate, 12 runs. And I think we might be looking at a serious upset on the ground beside us. The second semi-final, Ontario, Quebec. Ontario, they're 31 for 5. They still need 50 off 47 deliveries, but they're 5 wickets down, and they have really made a mess of this, Ontario. Seeing a lot of stoppage and play in this game, just making sure the field is in the right place. British Columbia. This is for a spot in the finals. "17 runs required, just 8 deliveries left." British Columbia, they're going to start feeling a little more confident. Fantastic delivery. Can't do much with that, Gurpal Sidhu. It's going to be a dot ball. 1 delivery to come in the over. Alberta, they've really made a mess of this. Made it really difficult for themselves in the end. Might see some overthrows. We finish with a single. 100 up for Alberta. A 100 for 6 at the end of 19. We need 16 more runs of 6 deliveries. This is turning out to be a tough ask for Alberta. Have to see how they handle the pressure to get their side over the line. Should have never come down to the wire like this. Ontario, Quebec. They're in a bit of a pickle, Ontario. 32 for 6. Almost at the halfway point. They still need 49 runs from 43 deliveries. $100 up for Alberta, 100 for 6. The equation, we're in the final over. They still need 16 runs, Alberta. What a game this has turned out to be. British Columbia, they managed just 115 runs this morning. And you would have thought, with just 115 runs on the board, Alberta should have cruised home. It's quite the contrary, though. Looking to play that into the leg side. We start with a dot ball. Dear, oh dear, Alberta. 16 runs required from 5 deliveries. Deep mid-wicket, deep square leg. And pick up 2 runs. Mid-wicket's got a long way to run in. He's right on the boundary. Long on, long off. And deep cover. Third man is inside the circle. Fine leg is inside the circle. It won't matter. It's going to be another dot ball. Gurpal Sidhu, he is struggling to find bat on ball.
14 from 3.
14 runs needed from 3 deliveries. And British Columbia, they're going to feel like they're in the driving seat right now. Add another 2 runs, Alberta. They'll need 2 sixes to win this game. Just 2 deliveries to come. 12 required. Only 2 sixes will do. And the helmet comes off. Gurpal Sidhu, he says, you know what? I don't need this helmet. Will that make the change for him? We'll have to see. Straight down the ground, and that's going to be 6 runs. Gurpal Sidhu, looks like the change of helmet has worked. What a fantastic game of cricket this is turning out to be. They're still under pressure though, Alberta. They need 6 runs off the final ball if they're to try and get into the final. What a fantastic game. Got nerves of steel, Gurpal Sidhu.
Super over.
Struck straight down the ground. That's going to be disappointment for Alberta. British Columbia, they're ecstatic. What a game they have played. They really struggled with the bat this morning. They put down 3 important catches, and here they are, the winners of the semi-final. They move on into the final. What a game this has been. Alberta, unfortunately, are just not able to cross over the line. You'd have to say, you'll have to look back at Alberta and see where they kind of lost their way. Just didn't keep up with the run rate required. Too many dot balls. And in the end, that's what's been the reason for their upset. Tried something different, sent Ishwarjot Sohi up the order. Couldn't get off the mark. He was out for duck. Jagandeep Singh was dropped twice, managed 42 off 37. Kanwarpal Tatkur, 14 off 21. He struggled as well. And Hamza Tariq, 17 dot balls. Sorry, he faced 17 deliveries and just the 2 runs to his name. He really struggled to get off the mark. Gurpal Sidhu, unfortunately, he looked good for his side, just couldn't bring them over the line. 36 off 27 for him. All in all, British Columbia, they bowled well. Uday Bawan, he picked up a wicket. Pargat Singh, a wicket to him as well. Dilpreet Singh picking up 1 wicket as well. And Sandeep Sandhu, 2 wickets to him. 16 runs off his 4 deliveries. And you'll have to feel for Alberta. They played very well this morning, did very well with the ball, just couldn't cross over the line. British Columbia, they're in the finals. The first team decided to play in the finals. We'll have to wait and see what happens in the game. Ontario versus Quebec. Ontario, they still need 43 more runs from 35 balls. They're 38 for 6. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with you with the coverage of the finals, so do join in for that. This is Manali Patel signing out.